I served 10 years on the Gilroy City Council, 2 terms as the mayor, 2 terms as city council. And I served four terms on the Board of Supervisors, 16 years. Then I got appointed to the Water District, not expecting to stay here 30 years.
I think his years in service is just exceptional. It's amazing that he's provided over 50 years in public service.
When I think of Sig, I think about an icon in Santa Clara County and maybe the state, because he has given of himself, of his life, 50 years.
The county originally had water flood control and importation. And what was happening at the county level was that we were not giving flood control the time that it really required to do the job. The water district at that time was simply a conservation district. That was their function. So I played a major role, if I may say so myself, in bringing that merger about. So I think that was an accomplishment that I feel pretty good about.
I think Sig recognized, and coming from his own background, of how important water is to economy, to individuals' lives, to the quality of life for Santa Clara County. And with that in mind, I think he understood how important that issue was back in the 60s, and certainly his many years serving on our board.
He is a legend, and especially in the merger, his history and involvement with the merger of the districts is really legendary. And Sig has become legendary for us as staff for several decades now.
One thing that I feel good about is that I played a role in the importation of water, not only when I was on the Board of Supervisors when we brought in the South Bay Aqueduct, and I was on the Water Board when we brought in the San Felipe project.
I think it's really Sig's leadership that actually got us to where we are today. We could not have such a reliable water supply without the vision that Sig actually has brought to the Water District and to the County Board of Supes.
Can you imagine what this county would be like if we didn't have that South Bay Aqueduct water supply and that San Felipe supply? We certainly wouldn't be a Silicon Valley, and still be an agricultural, which I'm not so sure wouldn't be okay too. Some people think it would be nice if it would stay the way it was.
My view of Sig is that when he makes decisions, he's always doing it based on what he believes are the best interests of the people of the county and not on his own self-interest. And that's what people expect of their public servants, and Sig delivers that.
I've seen him as a dedicated public servant for his constituents at public meetings. He's also an advocate and a staunch defender of the employees. Always gives us the benefit of the doubt, very supportive, whether it's in tight budget times or our support with our professional opinion or recommendations.
He's a consummate gentleman. He is very professional and kind, but tough when he has to be, but he does it in a way that gives you the bad news in an appropriate manner where it's not personal, but also does his job in terms of protecting the community interests.
Sig actually embodies so many different things, but I think probably the most important thing for the district has been his ability to lead, even in good times and difficult times. Leadership and his ability to take an organization, to understand its needs, to envision where it should be in the future, definitely have been something that has been very well seen, well thought of, and well presented by Sig.
He's very knowledgeable. He's also compassionate. He's open. He listens to people and he listens to the issues to really, really try and find that middle ground. And he's also funny.
He has a way of being able to pull people together and really cut to the chase, what the real issue is, and actually work on the issue as opposed to the emotions that can surround many issues that you're trying to deal with. And that really helps us to actually advance and move forward.
He's a very honorable and principled person, and I think that's really something to be proud of. And I think it helped staff, I think, to have him on the board. He's part of the reason that staff are so proud of the Water District and working here.
Never did I ever expect that this was going to go on for 55 years. It just happened. It just happened, you know. It's bittersweet, but it's time, and I've recognized that. I love this district. I think this district is a premier district, recognized statewide as a premier district. I'm proud of the fact that we've done a job. It's almost become a part of my life to expect to come up here a couple times a week for meetings, and I look forward to it. And I will miss it.
We'll really miss him. His political sense, he'll be missed on the board. And with staff, we really appreciate his advice and when it comes to politics and how to achieve the mission of the district. I think we'll really miss him on the board.
And I know that even though he is retiring, there will be always somebody counting on Sig, and Sig won't let them down.
I just really want to wish him luck. It's been great getting to know him. He calls me Mariana, and he's just a very, very sweet man who will really be missed.
We're going to really miss Sig because as tough as he was also supportive and understanding of staff. And he's been great. We love him.
I just love him. I mean, everybody's going to say that.
We'll miss him, and residents of Santa Clara County will miss Sig too.